Hello dear students. So in the previous class we were discussing about the fuels. So the fuels based on their physical state are classified into solid fuels, liquid fuels and gaseous fuels. So under the naturally occurring solid fuels, so let us discuss about the coal. So the coal is a natural solid fuel. So the coal is supposed to be formed due to the decay of and bacterial and chemical action on the fossil remains of plants. Okay, so they are formed by the activity or the decaying or the bacterial activity or the chemical action of the fossil remains of the plants. So, the varieties of the coal are the peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. So, the coal reserves in India are that is the major coal producing country. India is the major coal producing country. So, Bihar is the leading coal producing state in India. So, Bengal Bihar coalfields at Zaria, Raniganj, Bokaro and Karanpur. So in Madhya Pradesh, Bisrampur, Charcha, Singrauli and Korba. So in Orissa, so the coal reserves are at Talchar. So in Maharashtra, it is at Kampti. In Andhra Pradesh, it is at Singreni, and also so the coal reserves are present at Assam. So next let us move on to the varieties of coal. So the first variety of coal is called as the peat. So the peat form of coal is made of partially decayed plant materials deep inside the earth. So heat and pressure increases the carbon content of the peat, so which transforms it into the coal. So the next variety is the anthracite, so which is called as the hard coal. So this anthracite variety of coal contains the highest amount of carbon, about 86 to 97%. So this anthracite is brittle and has a lustrous surface, shining surface. It is mainly used in metal industries due to its high heat value. So the next variety is the bituminous coal. So it is also called as the soft coal. So this variety of coal, so that is bituminous coal, has slightly lower carbon content than the anthracite. So that is about the 45 to 86% carbon is present in the bituminous coal. So this bituminous coal is mainly used in the production of the electricity as well as in the steel production. So the next variety of coal is the subbituminous. So this subbituminous has the lower carbon content than the bituminous coal of about 35 to 45%, and it is primarily used for the electricity generation. So the last variety of coal is called as the lignite, so which is also called as the brown coal. So this variety of coal has the lowest carbon content out of all the coal varieties. So it has a high moisture content and it is mainly used in the electricity generation. So next let us discuss about the production of coal gas by vertical retard process. So the production of coal gas by vertical retard process. So this is called as a vertical retard. So the coal is charged into this retard and heated by burning the producer gas and the air mixture. So the temperature is raised to about 1200 to 1400 degree Celsius. So the coal gas along with the volatile matter is drawn out. So from here the coal gas along with the volatile matter is drawn out. Okay, so this coal gas consisting of impurities. So the next step is the purification. So the coal gas, so which is associated with the byproducts such as the tarry vapors, ammonia, organic nitrogenous compounds, and the sulfur compounds, etc. So these are removed. So that means the byproducts which are associated with the coal gas are removed by bubbling the coal gas through water. Further, the vapors of coal tar and water are condensed. Ammonia is removed by absorption in water. H2S is absorbed by hydrated ferric oxide. So the purified gas is stored in the gas holder. So this is how the coal gas is produced by vertical retort process. So the composition of this coal gas. So the coal gas contains methane to about 15 to 27%, 2% of ethane, 50% of hydrogen, 8% of carbon monoxide, and small amounts of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and oxygen. So next let us see the uses of this coal gas. So the coal gas is used as a gaseous fuel, and also it is used for providing inert atmosphere during the metallurgical operations. It is also used in lighting, and also it is used for the heating purposes. So these are the uses of the coal gas. So next let us discuss about the one more fuel, so that is coke. So coke is a secondary fuel. So it is produced by heating the bituminous coal in the absence of air, or by the destructive distillation of the coal. So the destructive distillation of the bituminous coal is called as the carbonization or the coking of coal. So that is manufacturing of coke from the coal. So coal is a naturally occurring primary fuel. So by subjecting the coal to the destructive distillation, so the coke is produced. So that is called as the coking of coal, preparing the coke from the coal. So generally the coke is preferred over the coal in metallurgical operations. So because the coke possesses better strength and porosity compared to coal, and also the undesirable sulfur, phosphorus are absent in coke, and therefore it has no adverse effect on the metals. So therefore, because of these reasons, the coke is preferred over coal in metallurgical operations. So next let us discuss about the advantages of the gaseous fuels. So when compared to the solids, liquids, so what are the advantages of the gaseous fuels? So the important advantage of the gaseous fuels is that the rate of burning of a gaseous fuel can be controlled easily. Okay, so that means when the solids or the liquids are ignited, when they start burning, so we cannot easily control the flame. So but the gaseous fuels, so we can control the flow of the gaseous fuel. So therefore the rate of burning can be controlled in case of the gaseous fuels. So the next one is that, so the smoke and ash are not produced during the burning. So this is one of the important advantage of the gaseous fuels. So gaseous fuels do not produce smoke and ash during burning. So and next one is the gaseous fuels have a high calorific value. So that means when you compare the amount of heat produced by burning the solid, liquid or gaseous fuel, so the amount of heat produced by burning a gaseous fuel is more when compared with the solids and liquids. So the next advantage of the gaseous fuels is that the gaseous fuels can be transported through the pipes. So that means the gaseous fuels are easy to transport through the pipes. So and also the gaseous fuels have a high thermal efficiency. So the heat produced by burning the gaseous fuels is high when compared to solid and liquid fuels. So because of all these advantages, so the gaseous fuels are preferred over the solid and liquid fuels.